All right, the Nasdaq 100, the SP 500, what is happening here on the day? Now we zoom out to something like the daily and you can see where we were. And again, like we mentioned yesterday, the support was down here near 18,000, 18,070 on the Nasdaq. You come back right into that here at the market open, and guess what happened? Surprise, surprise, you bounce. I thought the sky was falling. I thought we were in a bear market. Oh my, oh my. Now, a lot of you guys asked as well, Tyler, how are we not breaking structure? Well, in theory, I guess, hypothetically, yes, you are breaking the direct trend that we had to the upside, but you have not made a lower low. What constitutes a bullish trend versus a bearish trend? A bullish trend is higher highs and higher lows. It's that simple. Now, right now, you are consolidating at highs, and someone said, Tyler, how are you consolidating at highs? This makes no logical sense. Well, all I'm going to do is grab the magical rectangle tool here, and I'm just going to draw a rectangle in which you've been trading in the same range since the beginning of February. You have actually February 12th right here, we were sitting at the same level. Nothing has changed. We have not broken down. We were just sitting in a sideways range, consolidating, yes, at highs. If you would like to see what a pullback looks like, this is what a pullback looks like. Go back to July through essentially October, September, roughly. That's a pullback. This is consolidation at highs so far. If you break below 432, 433, I get on the side of saying this could get ugly. But as of right now, that's where you're at. You go into the S&P, and as you can see here, again, consolidating at those highs, bouncing on supports, and you have a lot more room to get on the ES before you even try to make that type of push to those lows. So that's what I'm looking at specifically here, guys. There's no reason to overcomplicate it, but you can just see across the board, we are bouncing on all of our key levels. Now, what I can say is that we're also finding some resistance at some of our key levels as well. Okay, so if I highlight this level here as we zoom back in, and as you can see here, you're coming back into 52.58 right here. As you're coming back into it, as you can see, you want to mount this level to really be bullish, so you're sitting against it right now and you couldn't mount. You came down to your next level of support, which we said if you hold below this, a quick push down could happen, and it did happen. And then you bounced again at 51.90, 51.87, bouncing back up. So again, not a shocker, nothing crazy here. Again, following said price action on Nasdaq and ES specifically. Now, also too, guys, if you want, I do post on Twitter quite a bit. The link is down below. You can see all my charts, everything I'm looking at, quick video updates throughout the day as well, just so you are always ready. It's all there, absolutely free. Now, I also do want to shout out as well, if you're looking at these indicators on my screen, as far as the supply and demand levels, also too, the one I never show in the videos, but I try to highlight is the volume indicator, buyers versus sellers, everything like that. Those links are down below as well for Lux Algo. If you use code OD40, you should get 40% off as well, just to let you know, for your first time payment. It was working yesterday, so yeah. Anyways, that's that. So you get all of our custom indicators as well. So that's where we're at right there on the market. That's the biggest things right now. Now, again, what I do want to highlight as we zoom back out to the daily here on the higher time frames is why you are dropping. Okay, every drop essentially since the beginning of the year, we go back to early February, middle of February, early March. Every drop has one thing in common. It's when the Fed comes out and they say the magic words, we're not going to cut rates too soon. We dip and then we bounce back up because the market's still inherently bullish because of what's happening with growth, what's happening with earnings, what's happening with consumer strength overall. That's where we're at. So whether you like it or not, we're still sitting on the upside. If you've been trading the downside for the past year and a half, God bless your soul. I will keep you in my thoughts and my prayers tonight as well. Okay, now IWM, what's happening here? A few things we should cover. IWM, you're kind of sitting below our level 205, but you're kind of just range bound right now. Not too much happening. You want to see a break above 212 and amount. But again, the big thing with the small caps, in my opinion, will be going into summer when those rate cuts start to occur, at least in June, at the earliest June. Going into DXY, risk on versus risk off. Now, we saw a little bit of a bounce here today on DXY, but nothing too great. Okay, that's the big thing. So even though we had this anticipation of rate cuts not happening, you see, DXY bounce and then kind of coming back down, nothing really happening. You go into the 30-year yield, which this should be the really concerning part, if there's any. This is the one that's bouncing up. So we want to see if the yields are going to start coming down or cooling off. You are above your level here at 4.4, 4.42. So you definitely want to see some weakness occur there, but you are not so far. Above 4.42, you've seen some, bad times in the market. I will say that. Okay, that's the one thing that I will add. Those are metrics of risk off, in my opinion. Now, the other metric here too is what's happening with oil. Oil continues to rally on the longer term here as well. You've had a pretty good bounce basically since the beginning of the year. Okay, now this is, in my opinion, positively affecting inflation as well to the upside. Now, the Fed has said we're still on track. Those things are still in the measures, but you have to be able to highlight where the problems might arise. Before we go any further, I do want to say one thing specifically about the sponsor right now of this video, Mumu. They are the broker now of the channel. Really excited to have them. Now, I can only say so much about the platform without compliance raging and sending me bad emails because they don't like when I say certain things. So I am switching over to their platform as we speak, so you'll be able to see more options, information, and things I'm doing that I haven't been able to cover in the channel before, but that will be coming. But as you can know right now, new users can transfer from one account to Mumu without any transfer fees from Mumu, and also receive a cash reward of up to $300, or you can receive 7 free fractional shares from the Max 7 with a deposit of $100 or more. Just to let you know, if you click my link down below, you're welcome. You're welcome. Hey, what can I say? I like the platform. What can I say? Strong sponsor. They'll be here for at least 6 months. So I'm happy with them. And we will also be hanging out with these guys on the Nasdaq floor here at the end of the month. So pretty cool. A lot of stuff coming there. We'll have some giveaways as well with the sponsor. So I'm happy about that. Okay. Now going back into equities really quick. Let me cover SPY QQQ for you really quick in case you missed anything here. Okay. Now SPY QQQ. Now SPY in particular, to get bearish, I want to be very clear. You have to break below 508 to really get bearish. If you break below that, we are bearish. The end. Simple as that. Okay. But you're bouncing so far. Now to be bullish, to be really bullish, I like where you're at right here. I'm not going to lie. You're above 518. That's a good start. But above 520.7, you are very bullish and you probably push back into all-time highs. Going into Qs. A lot of you guys like Qs inspired over ES and NQ. So I'm just covering these right now. Qs, you want to be above 440.7. You basically close right below it. After hours, you're above it. You want to get back above 447. Sorry, that was a tongue twister. I don't know why. 447, you're bullish. Under 432, slap your moms because we're bearish. At that point, we would drop very quickly down to 422. And under 422, we'd have to say a prayer, pour some out for the homies. That's the important metric there as well. Okay, now let's quickly go over equities, what we're liking, what's exciting over the next week, and what I'll be looking at. And hopefully, I know you guys have questions on these. So, number one, NVIDIA. Now, to go long on NVIDIA for me, it's really simple. You got to get above 924. Until you get above 924, I'm not interested in going long unless there's some big signs or some data out there. Now, what I will say is NVIDIA is consolidating here still at highs. Now, your consolidation range is about 100 points, but it's still consolidating nonetheless. The last time you consolidated like this, we go back again, it was a long little period of time, but it was around 480, basically down to it was basically 450 into like 500. And then we went bananas into basically 900, 970. I still think we'll end up hitting $1,000. I still think their earnings are going to dominate. I still think they're just going to announce crazy things. So yeah, got to be patient, not getting crazy just here. Yeah. AVGO, sticking with semiconductors right now. Over 1366, you look good, but you really amount above 1400. Above 1400, this thing could really run. Keep it on the top of your watch list as well. Netflix, key level has been easy to see. I keep saying above 624, 625. You're trying to make that push into 642. So you're holding at highs right now. One of the strongest names in the market right next to Meta, in my opinion, and what's happening with Amazon. But Netflix is very strong, very good name. Can't complain. Been killing it. So yeah. Amazon, the ascending triangle. I try to tell you, go rewind the tape if you need me to from last week. I said Amazon sitting at 180. It's almost free money into 186, and it's kind of counter traded against even the downside on the market. It's been one of the best performing names. Also, too, if you're in Discord, I just want to highlight that I have said this name literally on repeat inside of Discord. Go to Tyler Zone. I try to keep you guys as updated as possible. But again, Amazon was one of those names I have literally been screaming from the rooftops for weeks. Okay, so I don't know what else to say. Google was one of the other big ones too, but then Amazon as well. Let me go back. I gotta find it now. This is gonna bother me if I can't find it. Sorry. This might actually make the video super clunky, but again, I apologize. Maybe it was, dude, how far back did yeah, right here. The 26th of March, I kept saying it. You are illiquid into 186. So congratulations if you traded it. You got there. We did it, mama. What can I say? Good names. So again, going into Tesla, trash name. I don't care about trading it. So again, you're operating at lows. No desire. Don't want that one. Meta. I said it's one of the strongest names in the market, and I don't know what else to say. You're mounting above previous highs of 523.5. incredibly bullish. This thing's probably going to make a run towards 540, maybe even higher. The TikTok ban thing as well is very bullish for this. Even if they don't get banned in the short term, it's still bullish for Meta overall, and their earnings continue to dominate. So again, very good overall there as well. Robinhood holding up near highs, sitting near higher lows, not really doing too much. Again, love it long term. Target got down to 170. You're below your 200 SMA, but I still love Target. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's a longer term name, but again, over 181.3, I think you're running it at 200 with ease. One of my favorite names across the board there as well. Those are my favorite names, what I'm watching. Quickly into Bitcoin, what I'll say, all you need to do on Bitcoin is mount above 69.2K. Above that level, in my opinion, you're ripping, you're very strong. That's been the level to watch over the past few weeks. Favorite crypto names overall that aren't like really small caps. I don't want to go into those right now, but Solana, awesome. AVAX, awesome. I would even add in ICPs, one of the little ones I've been watching as well, and even Chainlink. Those are all my favorites. Do what you want with the information. That's what I'm watching. If you have questions, comment down below. I'll see you on Monday. Have a good one, traders.